Imagine a pizza so big you could swim in the cheese. Now, imagine a dragon breathing fire to cook it. This is not a normal fairy tale. This is the story of Barnaby the Wolf. Everyone thinks he is scary, but he's actually on a mission to cook the world's biggest lunch. To do it, he has to climb to the clouds, fly to the moon, and wake up a sleeping monster. If he fails, the dragon might just eat him instead. Are you ready for the tastiest adventure ever? Let's go! It was a Tuesday afternoon. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and Barnaby's tummy was grumbling. Growl! Oh my, did you hear that? That wasn't a bear. That was Barnaby's stomach. Barnaby looked in his pantry. He had a little bit of flour. He had a little bit of water. But he was hungry for something huge, something giant, something cheesy. I know, Barnaby shouted, wagging his tail. I will make the world's biggest pizza. But there was a problem. To make a pizza that big, he needed special ingredients. He needed a tomato the size of a house. He needed cheese that came from outer space. And he needed an oven hotter than the sun. Barnaby put on his white chef's hat, tied his apron tight, and grabbed his wooden spoon. It's time for a quest, he declared. And so our delicious adventure begins. Barnaby walked deep into the forest. He needed a tomato, but not a tiny salad tomato. He needed a giant tomato. And who knows more about giant things than Jack? Barnaby arrived at a garden with a beanstalk that went all the way up into the clouds. Sitting at the bottom was Jack. Hello, Jack, said Barnaby. Hello, Barnaby, said Jack. Are you here to huff and puff? No, said Barnaby. I'm here to cook and bake. I need a giant tomato. Jack scratched his head. Well, the giants live up the beanstalk. They grow tomatoes as big as cars. But the giant is grumpy today. He has a splinter in his toe. Barnaby nodded bravely. Leave it to me. Barnaby climbed the beanstalk. Up, up, up he went. Past the birds, past the clouds, until he reached the giant's garden, and there it was, the glorious giant tomato. It was red, shiny, and as big as a beach ball. Suddenly, thump, 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 the ground shook. The giant appeared. Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the soup of a wolfman. Barnaby didn't run, he didn't hide, he looked at the giant's foot. Excuse me, Mr. Giant, Barnaby said politely. I don't want to fight, but I see you have a splinter. That must hurt. The giant stopped. It hurts a lot, he cried. And Barnaby used his sharp wolf claws not to scratch, but to gently pluck the splinter out. There, said Barnaby. The giant wiggled his toe. He jumped for joy. Thank you, little wolf. How can I repay you? Can I have that tomato? Barnaby asked. Take it, said the giant. Take two. Barnaby rolled the giant tomato down the beanstalk. Whee! Phase 1 was complete. He had the sauce, but a pizza isn't a pizza without cheese. Barnaby wiped his forehead. He had the dough and he had the tomato, but now he needed the best cheese in the universe. He opened his recipe book. It said, for the best pizza, you must use moon cheese. The moon? Barnaby asked. I can't fly to the moon. I'm a wolf, not an astronaut. He walked to the farm at the edge of the woods. He saw a cat playing a fiddle. Hey, diddle, diddle. And he saw a cow stretching her legs. This was the famous cow, the one who jumped over the moon. Excuse me, Mrs. Cow, Barnaby said. I am making the world's biggest pizza. I need to get to the moon to get some cheese. Can you teach me to jump that high? The cow chewed her grass. Moo, she said, I cannot teach you to jump. You are too heavy. You have too much fur. Barnaby's ears drooped. He looked sad. However, said the cow, I can jump up there and get it for you. But I am tired. I need a snack first. Barnaby smiled. He whipped out his portable frying pan. He chopped up some regular tomatoes, some basil, and made the cow a delicious bruschetta snack. The cow ate it in one bite. Delicious, she mooed. Stand back. The cow ran. She ran faster and faster. She leaped into the air. She went higher than the trees, higher than the clouds, all the way into space. A few minutes later, zoom! She landed back on the grass with a graceful thud. Around her neck was a bag full of glowing, sparkling moon cheese. Here you go, Chef Barnaby, she said. Thank you, Mrs. Cow, Barnaby cheered. He grated the moon cheese. It didn't just smell like cheese, it smelled like dreams and stardust. Barnaby was almost ready. He rolled out the dough until it was as wide as a swimming pool. He smashed the giant tomato into the best sauce ever. He sprinkled the glowing moon cheese all over the top. But now he had the biggest problem of all. How do you cook a pizza the size of a swimming pool? An oven is too small, a campfire is too cold. Barnaby knew who to ask. He walked to the dark mountain. This was where Smolder the dragon lived. Everyone was scared of Smolder. They said he breathed fire and burned down fences. Barnaby walked into the cave. Hello? Two giant yellow eyes opened in the dark. Smoke came out of the dragon's nose. Who dares wake me? The dragon hissed. It is I, Barnaby. A wolf? The dragon laughed. You are a crispy snack. No, said Barnaby. I have a business proposition. I have a raw pizza. It is huge. It has moon cheese, but I cannot cook it. I need a dragon's fire. The dragon's stomach grumbled. He hadn't had pizza in 400 years. If I cook it, the dragon asked, do I get a slice? You get half, said Barnaby. The dragon smiled a toothy smile. He flew out of the cave. He took a deep breath. Whoosh! He blew a gentle stream of fire over the giant pizza. The cheese bubbled. Pop, pop, sizzle. The crust turned golden brown. Crunch! A smell wafted through the entire fairy tale forest. It smelled like oregano, garlic, and magic. The pizza was ready, but it was too big for just Barnaby and the dragon. 'Cause the smell was so delicious, everyone started to arrive. Jack came down from the beanstalk with a giant who was walking carefully on his heeled toe. The cow who jumped over the moon brought the cat with the fiddle. Even the three little pigs came out of their brick house. They saw Barnaby and looked nervous. Is he going to eat us? Asked the first pig. Barnaby laughed. Eat you? No, I have pizza. Grab a plate. And so the most amazing thing happened. The wolves, the pigs, the giants, and the dragons all sat down around the giant pizza. They pulled strings of gooey melted moon cheese. They crunched on the crispy crust. This is the best pizza in the world, said the dragon. It tastes like teamwork, said Jack. Barnaby the wolf sat back and patted his full tummy. He looked at all his new friends, laughing and eating. He realized that cooking is great, but sharing food with friends is even better. And that, my friends, is the legend of the giant pizza. Barnaby is already planning his next recipe. Some say he wants to make a taco as big as a truck, but that is a story for another time. Thank you for listening. Now close your eyes and imagine your favorite pizza topping. Maybe, just maybe, Barnaby will make it for you in your dreams tonight. Good night, everyone.